What's good, y'all? My name is Jessamyn Stanley. Welcome to my home here in Durham, North Carolina. I'm the founder of the Underbelly Yoga, the author of Everybody Yoga. I'm co-founder of We Go High North Carolina, and I'm the host of the podcast, Dear Jessamyn. I'm so glad that we get to practice together today. I don't know what's going on in your life. Literally anything could be going on in your life right now. In fact, actually, I'm sure everything is going on in your life right now. If you're living in the world that I'm living in, shit's buck wild right now. So thank you for taking this time out of your day, out of your life for yourself. Thank you for taking this time for yourself. When you refill your own cup, you can take care of the world. But you have to refill your cup. And I'm so grateful that you're taking that time today. I have a couple of yoga props here that I'm definitely going to use. If you don't have yoga props, it really doesn't matter. You low-key don't even need a yoga mat. But as long as you are in a place where you feel comfortable, you can make it rock. So I have a couple blocks here. I have a strap here. I have a bolster here. I might use them at different points, but don't feel like you have to grab anything. If you want to low-key make a prop real quick, boxes or heavy books can turn into blocks. A dog leash or the strap, a belt, the strap from your bathrobe, that will be a yoga strap real quick. A bolster is just a couch cushion in disguise. So Make it work however you can, and feel comfortable modifying the postures in any way that you want. Like, it really doesn't matter. It can be something that I'm not doing, and maybe you're kind of like, is this even yoga? Should I be doing this? Like, just go with it. It is yoga. Everything is yoga. So whatever your body feels like doing today, even if what your body feels like doing is just laying in corpse pose and just relaxing and trying to be still, that's a hard posture, and that is a beautiful practice. Lean into it. I'm here for it. I want you to have the experience that you need to have, because for real, this world works better when you, exactly as you are right now, when you are allowed to shine. So with that in mind, we're going to make our bodies shine like big stars. We're going to start out on our backs, laying down. And I know that you lay down to go to sleep every day, so you're probably like, Jessamyn, I already know how to lay down. Like, or maybe you practice yoga all the time, and you're like, I know about corpse pose. And I'm like, good for you. Me too. Let's go slowly then. So come to sit on your butt. And if you want, you can bring your feet onto the ground, or you can just let your legs flay out. I'm going to bring my feet onto the ground, and I'm going to scoop my hands up behind the backs of my thighs and separate my thighs around my belly. And from there, I'm going to let my spine get really soft. Let my breasts and my belly get heavy. And just let them sink into my body. Shoulders rounding, and then just slowly roll down onto your back. And when you get on your back, you can just kind of see what's going on. I always like to pick my belly up off my thighs. Pick it up and kind of hold it. And even if your belly does not protrude, hold your belly here. Hold yourself, all of yourself. Let it all be there. Spread through your toes. Really take up space with your feet. And then bring your hands to the tops of your thighs. Spreading the fingers nice and wide. And just gently press the flesh away. Gently press the flesh of your thighs away. Relax your shoulders down your back. Just telling your quads it's okay. All is well. They can relax too. And then bring your hands up underneath your head. You can interlace your fingers behind your head. Make a little hammock for your neck with your thumbs. And just let your head hang in your hands. You can draw your elbows toward one another. Your head is like a weight. You just let it rock from side to side. And when you're ready, let the head come back down to the ground. And if your breasts, your chesticles, if they have come up toward your chin, just bring your hands, both hands, to the tops of your cleavage and just gently press the flesh away. Just press it down your chest, away from your throat, making space. You can spread your tits out to the side, whatever you need. Just making space for all of you. And with your legs, you can bring the soles of the feet together, let the knees point out for a little hip opening. And if you've got blocks, that's a nice place to slide the blocks up underneath your thighs. If you want, you can bring the knees together. Bring the feet to the outside edges of the mat. Let the thighs come in toward one another. If you want to go for the full posture, you can extend the legs out, shake them out from side to side. And I like to bring my hands my fingers on my hip points and just shake out my legs from the hips down to the toes until the legs are still. But let the arms spread out wide. If you're feeling protective, you can bring your hands over your belly or over your heart. You let your eyes close. Arriving here. Letting go of the past. Releasing control of the future. Unfurl yourself here. Every piece of you is heavy. Every bit of you has weight. You are necessary. You are needed. You are significant. You have worth. Notice your breath. Notice how it moves through your body. Give yourself over to this breath. Notice that with time, the breath flows in through the nose and out through the nose. Notice where your inhales are tight, where your exhales are short. Hold all of that. Let all of it be there. Just give yourself up to this deep inhale through the nose. Deep exhale through the nose. And then as you're ready, eyes are still closed, draw your knees into your chest. Just let it happen as you're ready. If you want, you can grab around the outsides of your shins, or you can grab behind the backs of your thighs. Separate the knees as much as you need to make space for your belly. And just rock around on your spine. Your eyes can blink open if you want, but don't feel like you have to look around. What's important is that you let yourself be soft here. Let yourself be vulnerable here. You just rock from side to side. If you find a tight spot on the right side or the left side or in the middle, rock into it. If you want to pop your head, move it around, that's cool. Try to keep your shoulders heavy, your pelvis heavy. And then let's just do a little twist. Drop the arms out to the side. You can open your eyes if you want. Drop your knees over to the right. Right hand comes to the outside of the left thigh. Just giving yourself a little support there. And then just gaze in the direction of your left fingertips. Breathe. Relax your hip. Relax your left hip and your left ear away from one another. Breathe. The eyes don't need to be open, but the gaze that's coming from inside of your spirit, let your gaze go toward those left fingertips. Relax your left ear down to the ground. Take one more breath just like this. Hell yeah, very nice. Come back up through center. Just take your time, take your time, take your time. And let's drop it to the other side. Knees to the left. Oh, yeah. Left hand to the top of the right thigh. Let it feel like what it feels like. Right arm extends out to the side. Gaze in the direction of your right fingertips. And just breathe. Breathe. Left hand is on top of the right thigh. Oh. Breathe. So you're relaxing that right ear down to the ground and the right ear and the right hip away from one another. So I like to bring my thumbs, honestly, I bring both of my thumbs, but maybe just your left thumb into the inside crease of the right hip and just gently press the flesh away. I'm using all the fingers on both of my hands. So you go with what makes the most sense for you. You gaze in the direction of your right fingertips, or you just gaze over to the right. And again, the gaze is the last vertebrae of the spine, but the gaze doesn't have to meet your eyes. Your eyes can stay closed. You're looking from inside your spirit. Take one more big breath here. Hell yeah, very nice. And then come back up through center. Just take your time with it. Take your time. It'll happen when it's ready. And then from here, we're going to grab for the outside of each foot with the hands. So we're coming into happy baby pose. Ugh. This is like the best pose ever, maybe. You kick the feet up to the sky. You know what I say that? and you might be reaching for happy baby right now, and it might not be happening. That's a good place to grab a strap, first of all. You can grab a strap on your right foot, your left foot, both feet. You use one strap for both feet. That's actually kind of fun. I enjoy that a lot, actually. Wrapping a strap around the sole of both feet. But this is the shape that we made when we were babies. And it might not feel that good right now. I feel that. That's real. It might feel like exactly what your low back wants. So I like to kind of massage my low back into the ground. The shoulders melt into the earth, relaxing the thighs, the toes are flexing, the ankles are rolling. Oh, breathing. Just let the arms relax. Relax the chin away from the chest. The titties are going to want to creep up and put you in a chokehold, but just relax your throat, relax your chin away from your chest. You can extend through the soles of the feet for a wide-legged straddle, or you could be like, Jessamyn, you tripping. If you want, though, when you're ready, we're going to roll up from here to seated. So you might be able to keep your hands and your feet together. I'm going to go for it, but I might end up letting go of my feet. You can come up roly-poly style. Right now, we're working on losing our dignity. You don't need your dignity. You don't need to worry about it. You've got this. Even if it's not dignified, it's still good. So just rock your way up. Okay? A little more momentum needed. I'm gonna rock, I'm gonna lose it. Oh yeah. Okay. Rock up to seated. Very nice. Very nice. Spine getting nice and warm, opening up. That's what we like. Okay. So let's go on to hands and knees. This next shape you can definitely still do from sitting here on your butt, but I'm going to come on to hands and knees. And if it's a lot for you to be on your knees, grab a blanket, maybe 2 blankets, whatever you need, slide it up underneath your knees. You can also roll up the edges of your mat to give you a little bit more cushion. But come on to hands and knees. Rock about halfway back on the mat. Spread wide through your fingers. Knees are underneath your hips. And if you're sitting on your butt, you can have your legs extended if you want. You can have the legs crossed. You can bring your hands onto your thighs or onto your knees instead of bringing them onto the ground. So it's totally up to you. But wherever you are in both positions, extend through the crown of the head and then out through your seat. It's like a string is being pulled from the crown of your head to your butthole. Really get nice and long through your spine. Strengthening through your arms, spreading wide through your hands, plug it into your fingertips and knuckles. Roll the creases of the elbows in line with the front edge of your mat. Very nice. Shoulders are down the spine. Oh, breathe. And then from here, spread wide through the hands, arms stay nice and strong. Inhale, drop the belly down, drop the heart down, and let your gaze come up. And start to look up, but keep the arms straight. If you're sitting on your butt, draw the chest forward. Really strengthen through the arms. Let the gaze come up. Look up. And then on the exhale, everybody round the spine, seated or hands and knees. Curl the spine. Round out the back, shake out the head and the neck, shake out the jaw, the eyelids, all of that. Let's do that again. Inhale, drop the belly down, drop the heart down, let the gaze come up, it just creeps up, you look up, exhale, curl the spine, round the back, shake out the head and the neck, push the ground away, let that go. Inhale, let's do it again, inhale, come on forward, draw the chest down, or forward, heart opens up, gaze comes up, you look up, hell yeah, exhale, curl the spine, round the back, shake out the head and the neck, pull them glutes up. All right, let's do that one more time. Inhale, drop the belly down, drop the heart down, let the gaze come up, you look up, exhale, round that spine, hell yeah, curl it out, shake out your head and your neck, Well, breathe. Breathe. Breathing is the whole point. That's all we're ever really trying to do is just breathe. So from here, we're going to sweep the right arm out to the side. We're just going to get into a little bit of shoulder opening. And then you bring the right arm up to the sky and look up at it. Look up at them fingertips. That's it. And then sweep the right arm underneath the left arm. You might come onto your right forearm. That's beautiful. I love it. It feels really nice. If you want, you sweep the right arm fully underneath the left so that you come onto the right shoulder, right ear. Breathe. Breathe. Oh. Breathe. You can curl your toes under if you want a little extra traction. Left hand is like your little kickstand, and then you use that to roll the top shoulder open. Oh, fuck. Hell yeah. Let it all come out. Heart is widening open. And then when you're ready, left arm comes up. Reach up. Rotate the arm. Bend the elbow. Seek out your hip or your thigh. A little bit back knee, whatever you got. Use that to roll the top shoulder open. Breathe. Oh. Breathe. You can close your eyes if you want. You can look in the direction of your right fingertips. Oh. Breathe. Breathe. If you want, you can kick that left leg out to the side, coming onto the ball of the left foot. If it feels good, extend through the sole of the left foot. Let the leg come up into the air, opening up. Hell yeah. If you fall down, that's life. You get back up. It's all good. If you got that left leg up, drop it down, bend it back in, extend the left arm up. Everybody come back the way you came in. Find your way out. Whew. Very nice. And if you want, right arm up, opening up. Right arm down. Very nice. Very nice work. Here we go. Let's do it again. Other side. Left arm up. Look up at it. Pull a star out of the sky. And then left arm comes underneath the right arm. Now, if you stay on your left forearm, everything else can stay the same. It's all good. You spread wide through the fingers of the left hand. You might feel a little bit more stability here. And if you do come down onto that left shoulder, left ear, you can take a block, slide it up underneath your head if you need a little more support. Breathe. Every step of the posture is worked toward the fuller extension. So where you are today is where you need to be. You're not supposed to be in a deeper variation. If you want, breathe your way up so that the right arm comes up into the air. Breathe. Rotate the arm, bend the elbow, seek out your hip, your thigh, back knee, a little scrap of fabric in the back, roll that top shoulder open. If you want, kick that right leg out to the side, come onto the ball of that foot. Extend through the sole of the right leg. Let it all be there. Breathe. If you got that right leg up, bring it back down to the ground. Uncross your arm, swing it back, right hand down to the ground, and then come on up the way you came. Left arm up to the sky. Spiral yourself open, and then let that left hand come down. Breathe. Breathe. Beautiful. Beautiful. Now we're going to transition from here into downward facing dog. And actually, come sit back on your shins for a second. I'm going to talk to you. So, down dog. It's like one of the most ubiquitous postures in vinyasa style yoga. And it can be a bitch sometimes. So if at any point you're like, actually, what I really need is to drop down to my knees, that's perfect. If you like it, I love it. That's exactly what you should do. To get going though, We're all going to move together and let it be a process. Let it feel like you're stacking things. And when it's time for your knees to lift, to come into the full posture, you will. That might not be today. Don't be pressed together. All right, hands and knees. Walk the hands just a little bit ahead of the shoulders. Spread wide through the fingers. Plug into the fingertip mounds and the knuckles. Curl the back toes under. And really start from here, shifting your pelvis back. You're shifting your hips back. It's actually literally like the core movement in twerking. So if you are like wanting to learn how to twerk, so it's not a bad place to start. You know what I mean? It's like really just tilt your pelvis back. Tilting it back. We're doing this on hands and knees. So this might be downward facing dog today. But when you're ready, when it's time, shift your pelvis back so much that it comes into the air. The knees lift up, the legs come towards straight or straight, downward facing dog, and breathe. Shake out the head and the neck. You can have a massive bend of the knees. And I like to separate my knees wide enough so that my belly can rest in between my thighs. Breathe. That might be wider than your mat. Your hands might also be wider than your mat. Your shoulders might be wider than your mat. That's real life. I too am built like a linebacker, so don't be mad about it. Relax your chin away from your chest. Breathe. Breathe. Shifting that pelvis up and back. Relaxing your jaw. And then when you're ready, walk your hands back to meet your feet so that you're in a standing forward fold. Shake out your head and your neck. Put a huge bend in your knees. Your feet can be much wider than hips distance apart. The shoulders are relaxed. You breathe in through your nose, out through your nose. Your eyes can be closed here even. Put a huge bend in the knees. Slowly roll up to stand. Head stacks on top last. Nice and easy. Put that bowling ball right on top. Very nice. Very nice work. Meet me up at the top of your mat. Take your time getting there. Now, relax your shoulders down. Relax your fingertips down. Extend up through the crown of your head. Relax your shoulders away from your ears. Breathe. Bring your palms directly over your heart space. Hold your heart. Bow your gaze. Bowing to the light inside of you. Bring your palms together in front of your heart space. Bowing to the light within and around all that is, was, and will ever be. Take a deep inhale through your nose. Exhale it out of your mouth. Let it go. Let your arms come down. Let your gaze come up. Gently blink your eyes open. Now from here, we're going to practice a few sun salutations. And we're going to start with a half sun salutation. So we start sun sal in mountain pose. Mountain pose is standing up. So again, you might be like, Jessamyn, I stand up all the time. I know how to stand. Humor me. Humor me. So from here, just rock forward into your toes And then rock back into your heels. Find that rhythm. Just rock forward into your toes, back into your heels. Not too fast. No need to rush. But the next time that you come up back onto your heels, pick your toes up off the ground and then put them back down, starting with the pinky, one at a time. All the way through to the big toe. Really feel that whole foot connection to the earth. Grip the earth. Pull energy up from the earth. See yourself as a part of the earth. And then settle your pelvis back on top of your knees, back on top of your hips. Put some juiciness into your knees. And I like to pick up my belly off of my thighs. And that means reaching inside of my compression leggings and getting intimate with my body. And I'm separating my thighs enough so that my belly can rest right in between my thighs. Just making a home for all of it. Home for all of it. Shoulders relax down the back. Fingertips drip down, extending up through the crown of the head. That string is back, pulling you out from the crown of the head through your seat. Beautiful. Beautiful. Mountain pose, rooting into the earth. Pulling up from and giving back in turn. When you're ready, use that pulling up from the earth to inhale the arms up and overhead. And really reach up and look up with the arms up. Oh, very nice. Exhale, let's forward fold over your legs. Your heart is going to come down first. The hands are going to come onto your shins. If you've got blocks handy, bring your hands onto the blocks. The head and the neck are heavy. The belly can rest in between the thighs. This is our forward fold. And then inhale, lengthen out through the spine, through the chest. Look forward, but also walk your hands forward. You might be on your fingertips. You might be on blocks. You can also keep your hands on your shins if that feels good. Heart comes forward. And then exhale, let's forward fold again. Bring the chest down, head down, heart down, everything down. And then inhale, arms come up. Gaze comes up, you look up. Oh yeah, exhale, arms come by your side. Very nice work. Very nice. That's our half sun salutation. So if you want, if it feels good, stick with the half sun sal. In a full sun salutation, we're going to transition next into the fuller variation. In the time that it takes to do a full sun salutation, you can probably hit like 4 or 5 half sun salutations. So you just listen to your own breath, you go at your own pace. Feel free to keep rocking that sequence. If you want to add on though, when the time comes, go with me. All right, y'all. Find your rooting, find your mountain pose. I'm gonna go a little bit wider this time. It's totally up to you. Inhale, the arms come up. The gaze comes up. You look up. Exhale. Forward fold over your legs. Very nice. Inhale. Lengthen out through the spine, through the chest. Get nice and long. Walk the fingertips forward. Now, if you're going for that half sun sal, walk yourself back in, forward fold. But if you want, plant the hands down to the ground. Step the right leg back. Step your left leg back, high plank. Then drop your knees down to the ground. Bend the elbows to 90-degree angles. Half chaturanga. Belly down to the ground. Come on down. Inhale, let's curl the chest forward, up, open. Heart opens up, cobra pose. Pelvis is heavy, little bend in the elbows. Heart up, look up. Exhale, curl the toes, lift the hips. Downward facing dog. Breathe. Just breathe. And if in order to breathe, you need to come down to your knees, maybe your hips need to shift back to your heels, into a child's pose, it's all good. Trust me, I have been there. I will be there again. Shit gets real because you got to listen to yourself. Keep shifting your hips up and back. Press your chest back towards your thighs. Breathe. Feel all of it. It's not supposed to feel good. It's fire. The fire is helping you. When you're ready, look up to your hands. You can walk, you can hop, you can float, but find your way up to the top of the mat. Just make your way up. Breathe. Hell yeah. Inhale, lengthen out through the spine, through the chest. Exhale, forward fold over your legs. Here we go. Inhale, arms come up. Gaze comes up, you look up. Exhale, arms come by your side. Very nice. Very nice. Let's keep that momentum. Let's do it again. Inhale, arms come up. Gaze comes up, you look up. Exhale, forward fold. Benevolence. Heart down. Look down. Inhale, lengthen out. Through the spine, through the chest, half forward fold. Forward fold again if you're on our half sun style. Otherwise, crank the hands down. You can step back. You can hop back. I'm going to go for a hop, high plank. Here we go. Woo! Hell yeah. Drop the knees down to the ground. Bend the elbows, 90-degree angles. Chest down, half chaturanga. Inhale, curl it up. Cobra pose, you've got this. Yes. Exhale, curl the toes. Lift the hips. Downward facing dog. Very nice. Very nice. Press the chest back toward the thighs. Release the chin away from the boobies. The breasts will really try to choke you, boo. They will really try to do it. Hollow out the inside of your armpits. Pull like there's a hook on your back hips. Shift those hips up and back. Bend your knees as much as you need to. And then when you're ready, walk, hop, float your way up, top of the mat. Just make your way up there. Take your time. Inhale, lengthen out through the spine, through the chest. Exhale, forward fold over your legs. Inhale, arms come up. Gaze comes up, you look up. Exhale. Very nice. Hands to heart. Very nice work. Very nice work. Let's step the legs out. One leg's distance apart. I've got my hands on my hips. So set my feet in just a touch. We're going to step the right leg out to the side. One leg's distance. It's kind of different for everybody. Adrienne Nischler of Yoga with Adrienne, she always says, bring your arms out where your wrists and your heels meet in the air. That's where your feet need to be. Just kind of check that out. See what's going on. Breathe. Find yourself here. You're still here. Hold on to that breath. Hold on to it like you got nothing to lose. Hands on the hips. And we're going to bend, we're going to turn the left leg out to the far edge of your mat so that your left foot is parallel with the long edge of your mat. Your right foot is parallel with the short edge. And then look down at your feet. See that the arch of your right foot is coming into the same line as the heel of your left foot. Just kind of check that out, see what's going on. Then press into your left big toe like it's the end of the world. This is your anchor point. Left big toe in. Press into the back edge of your right foot now. Feel that light up. And if you feel like your foot is prickling, like there's a lot of tingling happening, that's all the blood vessels and muscles and shit in your foot opening up. Our feet are in socks and shoes all the time, and so they're always like clamped together. So this action, if you haven't been doing it, can feel like a lot. And that's all good. So don't be pressed about it. Just let yourself feel it. But use that anchoring of the right leg and the rooting into that left big toe to sink deep into the front knee. So you only go as deep into that front knee as the strength of the right leg will allow. Breathe. But we're aiming for the left thigh to come parallel to the ground. And that might not be today, but when it does start to get toward parallel, and that left knee and the left heel are in the same line, just kind of check that out. You might need to work your foot forward or backward. When that happens, your body's going to start to shake. And when you start to shake, there's a tendency to be like, oh my God, I can't do this. This is too much. I can't do this. I can't do this. And I feel you. But balance is in between the trembles, and you got this shit. Bring the right arm up, parallel to the ground. Reach it out to the side. Left arm out, warrior two. Gaze over your left fingertips. Swing that left hip in and under. Press into that left big toe. Sink a little bit deeper into that front knee. Reaching forward even a little bit, but also reaching back like there's a tug of war. And then bring the right arm down the back leg, left arm up, goddess warrior. Spiral your heart open. Breathe. Breathe. Head and throat fall open. If you want, you can reach that right hand behind you. Go for a little bind. And then if you've got the bind, lose it. Spiral those hands up. Parallel to the ground, warrior two. Extend that left knee straight. Hands come onto your hips. Let's go into the second side. Turn your right foot out so it's parallel to the long edge of your mat. Press into your right big toe. Left foot is parallel with the back edge of your mat. And the heel and the arch are coming into the same line. So if you need to move your feet around, that's cool. It's all good. You're just finding the alignment. You're really finding where the midline of your body is. It's that same string that was coming out of your butt and out of your head. That same string can stretch along the center line of your body on the ground as well. Just gonna check that out. See what's going on. Press into the back edge of your left foot. And see, here's really low-key the key to my warrior poses, is that when I say bring your hands onto your hips, for some of us fat bitches, you bring your hands onto your belly, right here in the middle, to your Marilyn Monroe waist. And like, that's cool. You know, that's cool. I'm talking about the place where where the magic happens. I'm talking about your hips, your pelvis. So that might be underneath your belly. You might have to reach up underneath a fat roll. It's all good. The fat roll is there on purpose. You are here on purpose. You don't need to explain yourself. You are not an explanation. You're here on purpose. Press into the back edge of your left foot. Press into your right big toe. Hands are on the hips so you can feel the pelvis. You can feel where it's going. Strengthen into that back leg and sink deep into your right knee. And you might need to wiggle that front foot forward or back. The right thigh is going to come parallel to the ground. Swinging that right hip underneath. Really feeling that architecture from the left hip down to the left heel. Left arm spirals up, comes out parallel to the ground. Right arm comes up and open, parallel to the ground. Relax the shoulders away from the ears, extend through the fingertips. Warrior two, bitch. Yes, you've got this. You've got this. Gaze over those front fingertips. Extend up through the crown of the head. Let it move like water. Let yourself be flexible. Left arm comes down the back leg, right arm up. Goddess warrior, very nice. Reach through the fingertips. Breathe. 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 Spiral the ribs open. If you want, reach that left hand back behind you. Find your bind. Very nice. Very nice. Sink a little bit deeper. Lose the bind if you got it. Come back up. Warrior two. Extend that left leg straight. Parallel your feet. Hands onto your hips. Step back up to the front edge of your mat. Very nice. And then come to sit down on your butt. Just take your time. Bind it right there. Very nice. And then from your butt, Swing your legs out in front of you. Flex through your toes. And you just let your legs come out however they're going to come out. Breathing. And when you swing them out in front of you, you see how, well, I don't know what you're looking at, but what I'm looking at is my thighs want to roll out to the sides, and my feet roll out to the sides. I'm sure it has to do with my pelvis and how it's tilted. So I'm just going to make a couple of adjustments up here in the pelvis with all of this meat and flesh and stuff, and find a more comfortable base to be seated in. So I'm going to start with my shins, and I'm just going to pick up my shins and roll them inwards. And then I'm going to pick up my thighs and roll them in as well. But it's really like I'm pulling, as you work up the thigh, you start pulling the thigh meat out and out to the side. And so that goes all the way up to the butt cheek. So I'm bringing my hand inside of my leggings, and I'm pulling from the bottom of my butt cheek up and out. Hell yeah. This is what sitting down is. So if you got a big butt, you know that when you sit down, you're just sitting down on meat. So we spoon that butt cheek out so you can feel the sit bone come down into the earth and really feel your pelvis land. So we're just going to do that same thing on the other side. So you reach up underneath the left thigh, left shin, pull it out, pulling out the left thigh, and then you reach up underneath the left butt cheek, pull that out, and then you pick up your belly. I'm actually just going to pull my belly out of my leggings, and let it rest in between the thighs. Relax the shoulders down the back, and you just sit up here, all of you, every piece of you, not a piece of you, not some piece of you, select pieces of you, every piece of you. And then from here, bend your right knee up to the sky. Bring your left foot to the outside of your right hip. So this kind of looks different for everybody. You figure out what makes the most sense for you. Your left foot, it might be nowhere near your right hip. That's all good. But I'm going to bring my right hand to the outside, my left hand to the outside of my right thigh. Bring my right hand back behind me to be a little bit scaffolded. Let the spine be soft here and really root into those sits bones. And you can pick up your belly and slide it over your right thigh, but we're twisting the gaze from the inside too, not just the eyes, twisting the gaze over that right shoulder. Let the breath dictate the action. Close your eyes. Look from inside. If you want, you may be able to bring the left elbow behind the right thigh. Maybe you reach for the left foot with the left hand. Every variation is good. Just twisting open. Spiraling your heart open through the gaze. Expanding your gaze. And then when you're ready, come back through center. Just take your time. Take your time. Oh. Extend the legs out in front. Shake it out. Let's do that on the other side. So you're going to bend the right foot, right knee, so the right foot comes by the left hip. Somewhere in that vicinity. Like, as long as it's in the same zip code, you're good. But it doesn't have to be at exactly the right address. So, left foot comes to the outside of the right knee, or thereabouts. Again, zip codes. Bring the right hand to the outside of the left thigh. The left hand is back behind you. You're rooting into the sits bones. You're broadening across the chest. And then you gaze over that left shoulder. So I find this it's a softening and a strengthening. So I'm softening my spine. So at some points, and I'm softening my muscles at others. So you can work that and see what feels good for you. Rooting into the sits bones, extending up through the crown. Same thing we've really been doing in every posture, in one way or another. But allowing yourself to be soft here. Gazing over that left shoulder. And then when you're ready, come back through center. Just take your time with it. Take your time with it. Extend the legs out in front. Shake them out. Shake them out, shake them out. Now, I'm going to turn to face you so you can see me for this next part. I'm actually going to grab my blocks for this as well. Now, you start with the legs as they were before. So you kind of set yourself up. Scoot your butt cheeks out. Root into your sits bones. Relax your toes, shake them out. Extend up through the crown of the head. Relax the shoulders down the back. And then once you're here, you can let your legs expand further if they like. This is where the ego can get involved and it can start getting really greedy. And you'll be like, oh my God, I have to have my legs as far apart as Jessamyn does or more. And I'm like, I don't know. I can't speak for anybody else, but I don't care how far apart your legs are. I don't think it matters. Maybe your ego cares. Maybe your ego thinks it says something about who you are, but I don't care. So there's that. I have my blocks here because I'm going to set them up as a support for my head. You don't have to have blocks. It's not that big of a deal, but it can be nice to have something to put your head on so that you can just not think about your head as much. You just relax. So even if you practice this posture all the time, blocks can be really nice. I think they're even nicer actually because of that. But we're going to start to walk ourselves forward. And when we walk ourselves forward, we're really settling into the sits bones. Like they are the anchor, they are the rock. And then from here, with the sits bones pressed into the earth, it's like a hook is on your heart. That hook gives a little tug and the heart comes forward. The heart comes forward, the gaze comes forward. And then if you've got blocks there, your head comes onto a block. Or two, or three, or four pillows, whatever you got handy. Chair, maybe you're in your office. You can slide your chair up underneath your head. The shoulders are able to relax with that. And as the shoulders relax, the heart is able to come more forward. And the blocks will lower down. I like to start with the blocks really high and then just like gradually walk my way forward. So I have my hands forward. If you don't have blocks, you may feel more inclined to immediately just start walking yourself forward. But even if you don't have blocks, walk yourself forward really slowly. You can bring your forehead to the blocks, that's all good. And I like to make lots of little micro adjustments. The belly can get pulled out even more. Elbows can come down to the ground. And then still, blocks move. Just letting yourself submit here. You're allowed to cry and be sad. You are allowed to be angry. You are allowed to be scared. You're allowed to not know. You're allowed to get it wrong. When you're ready, walk yourself back up. Take your time. Bring your legs together. I'm crossing mine here at the heels. If your eyes are not already closed, let them close. Let your arms drop down. Let your gaze drop down. Eyes are closed, heart is open. Bring one palm up, bring the other palm up. Bring both palms together. Right in front of the heart space. Gaze is bowed, turning and tuning into this light inside of you. Uniting fully with the light that is around you, that is always in and around all that is, was, and will ever be. Take a deep inhale through your nose. Exhale it out of your mouth, let it go. Let your gaze come up. Blink your eyes open. The light in me sees and honors the light in you. And the darkness in me sees and honors the darkness in you. I thank you so much for taking this time for yourself. I look forward to practicing with you again in the future. You can find me on the Underbelly, theunderbelly.com, at the Underbelly Yoga on Instagram. My name is Jessamyn Stanley. I'm at My Name is Jessamyn. I can't wait to practice with you again. Have a great day.